If there's something inside of you that you don't like, a behavior, an emotion, a thought, it's not you. There's nothing wrong with you. It's a pattern. And we can develop patterns and do them so often that we think we're our patterns. It's just a habit of thinking, habit of motion. You don't overeat every moment. You overeat when you're bored or when you're pissed off or when you're worried, right? It's a pattern. And you can change any pattern when you stop thinking there's something wrong with you. But also, I've learned that anybody that's great at anything, you're an actor, I understand you do music, I didn't know that before, comedian, podcast, you are great at patterns or you wouldn't be successful. If somebody's a great musician, they know certain patterns. Now, how do you get there? 3 skills. First skill you gotta do is you gotta recognize patterns, because otherwise things seem random and it's overwhelming. Like the world seems random, like, oh my God, it's the worst time to be alive. It's such bullshit. I show people, like, they go, it's the worst time in the world politically, for example. There's so much hate. I can show you the postcards that were used that were posted by the two of the founding fathers, Adams and Jefferson, and if you read what they said, it makes Trump and Biden and everybody around them sound like they're the nicest people in the world. I mean, it's cyclical. We go through cycles, right? Just like seasons. So once you recognize a pattern, you can run a business. Once you recognize a pattern, you can know what's going on in the stock market. You can be a better investor. Once you recognize a pattern, you know what to do with your body for more energy. Recognize a pattern, you can decipher how to make a relationship work. But the first skill is recognizing. The second skill is learning to use it. And when you look at somebody who's masterful, pick any subject, in that area, in that domain, they know the best patterns and they know how to use it. Now you start, let's say you're gonna play the piano, by playing somebody else's patterns because they figured it out. And then as you do that long enough, there gets to a point where you learn how to use it, and then you get to the third stage where you create your own patterns. And that's when you become kind of the master of your particular domain, whatever it is you're really good at that, if you do it long enough and strong enough.